right, go ahead. Hello, I'm Ray. Welcome to Wine Tap Tips. Today we're in Lenexa, Kansas, at the
Great Lenexa Barbecue Battle.
So this is part of what makes wild wine life so much fun. We are enjoying great food with great people and great wine, and it's part of the job. I'm telling you, I'm enjoying life. I'm with my good friend Richard Morehouse, the co-creator of Wild Wine Life. And today we're going to talk about one of the things I love is Pedroncelli wine. Now, I like Pedroncelli wine, but I'll never stop drinking Pedroncelli wine.
Thank you. My family thing.
Thank you. And we're enjoying their Zinfandel Rose. I have a real controversial question for you.
Certainly.
Okay, first one. Best Star Trek captain?
Captain Picard.
Picard. Really? And why?
Because that was the answer somebody else asked on Bigman. The correct answer.
Not because Picard's family in Star Trek had a winery?
No, because he was from France. So that really negates a lot of the positive.
Oh, now we're okay.
See, I always taught you three things about wine: Napa Auto Parts, French Kiss, and drink Sonoma.
You heard it here. Now, the next controversial question. Okay, so, like me, one of the reasons you get along so well, you're a sci-fi nerd.
No, I'm not. But go ahead.
Okay, come on. Star Wars. Okay, you get a time machine.
Yeah.
H.G. Wells time machine. It could be Doctor Who with a TARDIS. But you get to go and you get to do a vertical of wine. But they're all, rather than like 5 years, 6 years in age, it's multiple vintages of the same age because you have a time machine. What would you like to do?
Oh, it'd be between a Yachem, you want the vintage? Or,
well, it's multiple vintages.
Well, like Yachem, it'd probably be a Romani Conti Burgundy.
See, okay, now age would you like on all the vintages?
Well, it depends on the vintage. It has to be the same.
Same, right. So, I mean, think of it. You could do 1940, 45, 50, all with 5 years of age to truly see the variance.
Oh, I think I'd like about 12 to...
So Romani Conti, 12 to 15 years on all the vintages. Any particular vintage you'd like to see?
If I got all the vintages, then no, they'll all do.
They'll all do. That would be fun. That would be a lot of...
Now, can you afford that?
If we have a time machine, I mean, come on. I mean, we know who's going to win the Kentucky Derby. We know what the winning lottery numbers are. I mean, come on. I mean,
there you go.
We can do what we want. This is sci-fi, and it is wild wine life.
There you go.
Okay. Now, here's a question for you. The Pedroncelli Zin Rose. Now, what is the background story to your rosé?
Well, my dad actually invented this wine in 1953. The first person to ever make a commercial production of dry rosé, and it's always been dry, out of the Zinfandel grape. Some friends of his came over to his house in 1951 and brought him a couple bottles of French rosés, and we're kidding him. He couldn't make anything like it. And 18 months later, he came out with this, and we've been making it ever since.
What I love about the rosé, it's clean, it's fresh. It's dry. You get the strawberry, big strawberry.
That's because we ripen the Zinfandel grape at about 23.5, 24 bricks. And to me, it's the perfect barbecue wine. So it's barbecue ribs, barbecue butt. I like my Zinfandel Rose.
Also with a smoked tomato salad.
Yes, and any vinaigrette, it goes well with coleslaw, so you can put it right on that bun. Drink it down.
And your family started in 1927?
Correct. Yes, my grandfather bought the winery during Prohibition, and we made a living out of selling grapes to North Beach Italians because it was legal to make wine, but illegal to sell. And as soon as Prohibition entered in 1934, we started selling it.
And your bonded winery number is only 3 digits.
113. So you get a bonded winery day, what, be 10,000 something?
At least. So, and then the other fun thing I find interesting about your family winery is you're part of the Originals Club. Could you tell everybody what the Originals?
It's just the Originals that founded the wine industry in California, and once you're 65 or over, you get invited. I don't get invited because I'm still 63, but I used to escort my dad to them when he was alive, and so I've been to a few of them. It's a lot of fun.
But isn't there also a winery had to be around Prohibition or pre-Prohibition?
I think you're correct on that.
And the sad thing is I had to find out from the competition that your family was a member of this.
Well, you didn't ask the right question.
Apparently not. I'm too concentrated on Star Trek, Doctor Who,
There you go.
and staying off of probation.
But it's not probation. It's never hunt again.
Never hunt again. And yeah, we don't want that. Now, for me, why some of these wines, Pedroncelli has a deep spot in my heart. For example, if you watch the concept video, this is the bottle from the concept video, Pedroncelli Cab. And we're not going to look at the date. I'm only 9, but this is my birth year. My first time I ever got to drink birth year wine was a Pedroncelli 1967 Pinot Noir. And the thing I love about your wines is that they hold up over time.
They do.
I mean, they're action specific, they're not expensive, and they hold up. And you said your dad made wine.
He made wine in the old Italian style that really would age, and the whole thing my dad was balance. So if you have balance in a wine, not too much fruit, not too much acid, no, not too much oak, just balance, they'll age much better. And when we drank this 67, what, about 8 years ago?
No, it was in 2013.
Okay, it drank beautifully.
Yeah.
Wonderful wine. The reason I like the rosé, it also is the wine we drank with 3-4 bottles of it. We created this show.
Yes.
In Ray's hunting camp in southern Missouri.
Yes, and that's another story, but we weren't driving, we were walking everywhere.
And we weren't hunting inside.
Right. We were smoking chicken, we were enjoying rosé, and thus Wild Wine Life was born. Because we like wine, we like the outdoors, and we like food, and I'm still working on the gut. What is your go-to wine?
I was raised on Zinfandel. My life motto is "Life is hell without Zinfandel." And also, my grandfather, when we were 4 years old, would pour us this much glass with about that much water. So I grew up drinking. I went from mother's milk to mother clone Zinfandel. This is our mother clone, and it goes with most everything, especially with game. And I do a lot of hunting with salmon and smoked foods. It's a beautiful wine.
Well, Richard, thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I can't wait to us eating some of the barbecue with these wines.
Oh, we got some great barbecue coming. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you,
Well,
Ray.
thank you.
My life.